Hey guys, here is Miss Vanina. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm sorry I cannot be with you, but I want to tell you what you guys are going to do after learning about MacConnel art and to review patterns. So we are going to create an art piece inspired by MacConnell's art. If you remember, he uses free hand drawing to make his art and to create the patterns. So what we are going to do is on your piece of paper, you are going to start with lines and divide the space. So for example, I'm going to start with one curvy and wavy line, and I'm going to start dividing my paper in sections. I'm going to use another line here, and I'm going to make a curved line like an arch. What else can I do? I can do a zigzag line. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. I'm going to add one more section, and I'm going to add it here. I'm going to do an X, okay? I'm going to do two diagonal lines that meet on the middle to form an X. Then I'm going to start adding patterns. And remember, what is a pattern? A pattern is a design, a line, an element that repeats over and over again. So if I want to make a pattern out of my wavy curvy line, I'm going to repeat my wavy line over and over and over to create a wave pattern. Okay? To create a wave pattern, I'm repeating the wavy line. If I were going to make a pattern out of zigzags, I'm going to repeat this zigzag line over and over to make it a pattern. Okay? Remember to use your imagination to create any kind of pattern that you want. I think I'm going to add polka dots on this one. Polka dots, like we learned with Yayoi Kusama, are dots that repeat over and over and over. Okay? Once you fill your entire paper with patterns, you are going to start color them in. You are going to start using colors to color them in. And remember, MacConnell doesn't use pastels or pale colors. He used colors that have a big contrast. That means that he used colors that are not the same, or they don't look the same, even though they are different. So I want to show you the difference between using a contrasting color and using two similar colors. So in this one, if I were going to start coloring this part like that, imagine that when you color the whole thing, then I'm gonna add this very similar yellow to it. Do you think this is a contrasting color to the first yellow? No, it's not. They are almost the same, so there is no contrast. Okay? But if I add a blue in here next to the yellow, I can see a big contrast. Okay? So that is what you are going to have in mind when you are starting to color in your patterns. Remember, friends, your paper needs to be divided by lines. That's your first step. In four, how many fingers I have? Four or more sections. And then you're going to create patterns on each of the four or more sections that you are dividing the paper in. Okay? I have a step by step that you can refer to during independent work time. But remember, don't copy it. Use your own imagination and your own creativity. Have a maker mindset and do the amazing work I know you are capable of. I cannot wait to see next week what you create. I'm going to tell the guest teacher to send me pictures so I can see your amazing art. Love you, second graders. See you next week.